Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Look, I'm wearing my little clover earrings, but they're not four-leaf clovers, but at least they're green, so nobody can pinch me. And I'm sorry I sound a little nasally. I've been a little nasally anyway for some reason, but I went and cleaned my Roomba. And you know, they get pretty dusty. We've got hard surface floors, so yeah, they get dusty, and me and dust don't get along. So cleaning my room, but I guess I just didn't think about it. But anyway, okay, there I am. Can you believe we are more than halfway through March already? I can't. My goodness. I mean, how did that happen? All right, so as you can see, playing with this set again, the Easter Bunny set and the Bunny Punch. The Bunny Punch is, it sold really fast, so if you are waiting on that, it's going to be a while, but the adorable stamp set you can get now. Anyway, before I get started on the card today, and I have a fun card, I wanted to show you a Happy Mail card that I received, and this came from Jen of Strawberry Cream 39 here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Jen, for this cute card, but I had to show you guys this because all of the little details, look at all of these little tiny eggs. I mean, those are so tiny, and she even tucked one of them in under the wing of this chicken up here. And then she's got some of the cute little, I always call them Dippin' Dots. That's not right. My husband does these pictures with the jewels, the little dots. And right now, it has slipped my mind as to what you actually call those. But when he finishes a project, I keep all of the extra little jewels that he didn't have to use, and I just have them in a bag. I mean, all the colors are all together. But the one that he just finished, it has these zebras on them, and they are not normal color zebras. They're gorgeous. I mean, like pinks and blues, and oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And so I'm looking forward to having those colors of jewels in my stash. And then I ordered him some coasters to do and some sun catchers instead of just pictures. So I thought that might be fun. So who do we have here? Angela and Gloria. And tell me your name, a bullet for my snail mail. Tell me your name again. I'm sorry. It is a wonderful card. It's so cute. And look at the cute stitched embossing folder that she used there too. And then this fun, or that was probably a die that cut out that layer. And then this embossing folder. Yeah, it's really cute. And I like how she tucked this little flag here with the button. So thanks again, Jen. That is so cute. I love it. All right, you guys. Hi, Ramona. Okay. So like I said, I'm calling the card that we're doing today, maybe I didn't say, a top flap card. And let me bring in all my parts and pieces. Okay. Oh, one other announcement. I did start a new Instagram. So if you're on Instagram and I request to follow you or you see it, It's really me. I used my little Bitmoji that I made up when those were a thing. And so it's a me, a girl with pink hair. I don't have pink hair, but anyway, my Bitmoji does. And the name is Stamp Crafts. Is that right? Hang on. What did I do with it? Stamp Crafts 1. Okay. So I'm slowly trying to get back follow all the people that I was following before, but you know, everybody has different names and I don't remember what they were. So anyway, Stamp Crafts 1, if you're on Instagram, I do keep my account private, so request to follow me if you would, and I will follow you back. Okay, so I have cut my 8.5 by 11 paper down the center. So it's 4.25 by 11. Now we are going, uh-oh, I dropped my little score blade fell out. Let me grab it. It was right in the little slot where you can take it in and out. Okay, so we're going to score this at 1 7/8. So right there. And I am using thick cardstock. And you don't have to, but I am. And then the next score line is going to be at 7 3/8. So 1 7/8 and 7 3/8. Alex, thank you. I will try my darndest to remember that. Alex. Okay, let's see how this turned out. So that's going to be our little top flap, and here's the bottom. And it is overlapping just a bit. And we want to give this a good score. In fact, I'm going to fold it both directions and do that and bring it back and do that again. I think folding it both directions will just help it lay flat better, hopefully. And it's just because my cardstock is thick. There, okay. So if it bugs you that it overlaps just a little bit, you can trim that off. It doesn't really bug me because we're going to have another piece that comes over the top here. So you'll just want to put the bottom piece in and then the top over the top there. Okay, so there we have that. Now, I don't know if you remember in one of my haul videos, I showed this paper that I recently got. This is the Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper that's available in the mini catalog. I don't have any of the stamps or anything that goes along with this set, but it has this fun scenery stuff. I think there's a bicycle in the stamp set, and I can't remember what all's in there. Let's just take a look, shall we? And then you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I think it was towards the back. I'm still debating about this set. I just keep seeing people do things with it, and I think it's so darn cute. Okay, here we are. So it looks like they've got some of these picturesque stamps going on with maybe, that reminds me of the paper. Yeah, the paper. And then, where's the rest of the stuff? Here it is. So there are some samples of cards made with those papers. I really, really like the colors. And then here's the stamp and die set, Greatest Journey. And then here's the die set. I like the dies better than I like the stamp set, I think, but it's got this person on a bicycle, someone jogging, a tent, which is cool, someone with a backpack and a lantern there. And so, yeah, that's a really cool die set. And then there's a little peek at all the papers in the set. But yeah, I really like the colors. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted you to know where the papers came from that I'm using. And I'm using these two pieces. So this has a real sherbety look to me, and then this is a nice ombre, and it's just the front and back of the same sheet of paper. So you could switch it around if you wanted this on the bottom and this on the top too, you know, but mine, I'm going to do it like that. So we can go ahead and get those put onto the card. With the exception of a little bit of fussy cutting, this card is actually a pretty darn quick one to make. So if you wanted to make, you know, more than one. Okay, so now this piece here, sorry, I need to tell you what it measures. Your flap, your top flap measures, well, we scored it at that 1 7/8, so it's that wide by 4 1/4. And this piece of paper is also going to be 1 7/8 by 4. So it should fit top to bottom evenly, and then just give yourself a little border on each side there. And if it overlaps a little bit like mine did, just trim it off. I think it's easier to line it up and trim it off of the bottom of your flap than it is at the folded part at the top. There we go. Okay. And then this piece, and I'm going to put the kind of darker part towards the bottom. And this piece measures 3 3/8 by 4. So 3 3/8 by 4. This piece is actually going to have your little bit of border all the way around it in that section. Tomorrow I am going to a card making, Stampin' Up! Card making event. That's always fun. Get to go be with people who enjoy doing the same thing that you do. And my upline Joe and Penny, they put that on here where in the town where I live. Okay, so we've got our card base all ready here. I am going to be adding some ribbon, but that part's ready. And I've got more pieces here. This one's going to go on the inside, and this is for stamping. This is for cutting a circle out. So I've got my circle dies here, and I left out the 2 that I wanted to use. So I've got the biggest of the scalloped ones, and then I've got the third largest of the regular circle. I'm going to be using those two sizes. And then I'm also going to use the Fun Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. I love this. Yes, I'm a weirdo. I keep my stuff back in their original packages. Even the paper part, the crinkly paper part. Okay, so let's see here. This I'm going to cut with that, and this I'm going to cut with this. So I can go ahead, I'm going to run these through my machine real quick. All right, so this one is just going to stay white as it is there. And this one is going to get ran through the embossing folder. And I kind of like it up here where there's a whole lot more smaller texture going on. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to run that through real quick. So there's how that turned out. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my blending brush and Granny Apple Green. Let me see. I think that's the color I used. Yeah. Okay. So I want this pastel color, so I'm not going to go real strong on it here. It's better to just, build up the color than get too much on there and wish you hadn't, because then you have to kind of start all over again. Something on my desk is wiggling. Can you hear that? Something must not be sitting real even. Okay, so that's as much as I'm going to do. Just gives it kind of a pale lime green color there. And I can just glue that to the other circle. If you use glue, at least you've got some wiggle there to move it around a little bit if you don't like where it laid. But this glue does dry really fast. What is wiggling? That's driving me nuts. I have no idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to wiggle you guys. I will have to figure it out. Okay. So that piece is ready. Just need to wipe my nose. Excuse me. Okay, from the stamp set, I have mounted on my block the cute little flower swag. And I'm going to stamp it in Smoky Slate. It's like, why did she use that color? Just because I didn't want black. I didn't want that. It's kind of like the no line coloring thing. So it's not like you will focus so much on the outlines of the stamp. Okay, so I have pulled out the markers I want to use. Let's see, I'm going to color one of the flowers with this dark and light So Saffron. And then I want to do a purple. I want to do another, okay, I think I'll do the Highland Heather, this little one here. So I've got the light and dark of Highland Heather. And then the rose, to me that looks like a rose anyway. In the middle, I am doing with light and dark Melon Mambo. This reminds me of, you know, the flowers they put on some of the chocolate bunnies. I have to tell you, my husband and I, so our Walmart is doing a remodel, and most of the stuff is getting moved somewhere where it wasn't before. This is Light Mango Melody that I'm using next. Anyway, we were looking at the Easter stuff, which was right next to like the gardening stuff. And so on the back side of where they had Easter candy on up, you know, the aisles are back to back. they had canisters of some kind of something of garden stuff, which I'm sure is not non-toxic, if you know what I mean. I couldn't believe that they would do that, that they would have that kind of stuff backed up against each other, or, you know, I mean, even that close to each other. I didn't think it was okay. Okay, with the dark mango melody, I'm going to do the centers of the flowers. That one kind of got the pink color in it, but that's okay because it lifts it away. All right, so the leaves are going to be the Granny Green combo pins. So I need my light. And then I'm going to do the stems with the dark. And the leaf veins with the dark. Alrighty. So that is the extent of coloring on this. I'm going to bring the punch in and punch out a chocolate bunny. Oh, not on that side. This is a scrap and it's something that I had scored, so I don't want to get that in there. There we go. So there's my cute little chocolate bunny rabbit. And now for the fussy cutting. Oh, you know, I do not like this part. So why do I keep making cards that require fussy cutting? At least it's just this one little thing. That is it. I saw this gal's video on Instagram, and she was miming to the song, and it was saying something, the song was saying something about, is this really worth it, or do I really want to do this, or something, and she was fussy cutting, and I thought, yeah, that's my sentiments exactly. It's good when it's all over with. But yeah, some people really enjoy fussy cutting and think that it's soothing or relaxing, but that is not me. It's kind of like quilling. I took a quilling class it's been years and years ago, because it was at, my friend had a local stamp store here back in the day, and so it was one of the gals that's was always at the classes and part of our stamp club and stuff, and I just wanted to support, you know, what she was doing as well, and she really enjoyed quilling. Well, I can tell you that is not my thing either. It's kind of like this. It is so tedious. And yes, it comes out beautiful in the end, but I can't say that I enjoyed that. I can hear doves outside. Last year, well, we didn't have doves here for, gosh, years and years and years. And then 2 or 3 years ago, all of a sudden we got doves. And I love listening to the cooing sound that they make. Talking about things being soothing, that's a sound that is to me. And, but last year, for some reason, I think that I don't remember hearing or seeing the doves. And this year they're back because I can hear them out there. That makes me happy. And the other thing, the other birds that we used to have here that some people call flying rats are pigeons. And gosh, when we first moved here to the coast, there were pigeons, a lot of pigeons, especially down on our bayfront. We have an active bayfront here, and it's a big fishing community. And our bayfront is a big tourist spot. And yeah, there were always pigeons walking around. And I actually think they're kind of pretty. They're so iridescent, their feathers. And the pigeons disappeared. And still, I rarely see pigeons. Once in a while, but we have a lot of crows, which I love. I love the crows. And seagulls, of course. My husband and I got some food to go last night and went and sat down at the jetty where the boats come and go. And that was during when the pandemic hit and we couldn't really go into restaurants and stuff, that's what we started doing. We would go get food to go and go sit at the jetty just to get out of the house and, do something. And so now it's just sort of become our thing. And you can see sea lions are out there, and of course all the different seabirds and stuff, and then see the boats coming and going. And so last night was our first time back, now that the time has changed and it's staying light later. Was our first dinner out there for this year. Come on, I've got this one little piece being stubborn. It's right on the stem. There we go. Got it. Okay, yay, done. All right. I've also got the pretty, I love this ribbon. It's so gorgeous. It's the, let me tell you what it's called. Glittered organdy ribbon. So pretty. So I'm going to use a piece of that. We've got our bunny, this. So I am just going to run a little line of glue on the bunny's neck there. So cute. Okay, let's do the inside. I've got the Happy Easter stamp mounted up from the stamp set. And I'm going to stamp it in the same brown that I punched the bunny out of early espresso. I like that font. It's really cute. Okay, let's get that put on the inside of the card here. Okay, and then I'm going to tie a knot bow. Oh, come on, fingers. Let's see, I need to cut that a little bit shorter. Let's cut this side a little bit shorter. Okay, and I'm just going to use one little glue dot behind that. Just like that. Why is there something? Oh, it's just a thread. There we go. Now for this top piece. What I am gonna do, I'm lining up the little scallops is what I'm doing there. And I'm just going to lightly, looking for my pencil, I'm just going to lightly, there we do, mark so I don't go over that with the glue. And then I can lay it back down flat, and I can line up the arches of the scallop to get it where I want, lining up the sides to make sure they're even on both sides. And I will erase that back off of there. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of the bunny here. Still using my scrap edge pieces. That's enough. So there you have it. Actually, one more thing. I'm going to glitter up those flowers. So I'm going to dot it on these little ones there. There we go. Probably not going to show up, and for some reason my light's not hitting it. But anyway, there is the card, and here's the first one I did. So they're pretty much the same. The bottom piece on that one had a little more orange to the ombre. So quick and easy, really. Just that little bit of fussy cutting was what took the longest. So you could make any kind of focal point on this card. And it's cute, I think. Okay, what do we have this week in the Child's Garden of Verses? That was the pirate story. This one is called Foreign Lands. Up into the cherry tree, who should climb but little me? I held the trunk with both my hands and looked abroad on foreign lands. I saw the next door garden lie, adorned with flowers before my eye, and many pleasant places more that I had never seen before. I saw the dimpling river pass and be the sky's blue looking glass. The dusty roads go up and down with people tramping into town. If I could find a higher tree, farther and farther I should see, to where the grown-ups' river slips into the sea among the ships, to where the roads on either hand lead onward into fairyland, where all the children dine at 5 and all the playthings come alive. We had a cherry tree where I grew up. Okay, this one's called Windy Nights. Whenever the moon and stars are set, whenever the wind is high, all night long in the dark and wet, a man goes riding by. Late in the night, when the fires are out, why does he gallop and gallop about? Whenever the trees are crying aloud and ships are tossed at sea, by on the highway low and loud, by at the gallop goes he. By at the gallop goes he goes, and then by he comes back at the gallop again. And no, that one's really long, so I will save that one for next time. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just a simple, quick and easy, and like I said, you can make the focal point be anything. And actually, even though this has a bunny on it, it doesn't have to be an Easter card. So I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting my channel. And let me see here. I was going to see if I had my host code to tell you what it is. I thought I had it sitting right here. Let me see if I do. I guess I did something with it. If you'd like to shop with me, it's janawilliams.stampinup.net. So it's pretty easy to find. And when you get to the shopping site, there on the landing page, there's a host code. So if you just put that host code in at the end, I appreciate that. And if you spend $50, if your total is at least $50 before shipping and handling, I send you a little gift the following month as a thank you. Okay? So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, not in the live chat here because most of the time that goes away and I don't get to see it again. But if you go back to the video and leave a comment there, then I will see that. All right. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.